Hi everyone, it's Faith here, and I'm finally answering those Q&A questions you asked on that announcement video that I did last month, I think it was now. I'm sorry it took so long, but other stuff got in the way and I also had to try and find time to film this, so I'm filming it pre-advanced the video actually going out because I'm going to be busy and taking a break. So yeah. But anyway, how this is going to go is that because I am terrible with pronouncing names, especially when names are complicated enough as it is, I'm basically just going to show you the screenshot of the question you sent me, and I'll just answer it. If anything else needs to be added, I will do that during the post-editing stage. But you don't need to know anything about that. So, on to the questions. Question 1. When and why did you start editing videos, and what programs have you experience with? Well, let's see. I started editing about 3 or 4 years ago. I have experience with Wondershare Filmora, but not much else, unless Photoshop counts for the thumbnail process. As for why I started, I think it's the same reason why I started to write. To get all the creative nonsense out of my head and make sense of it all, because I've got way too much nonsense floating around in my head. And that on a day-to-day basis, without all that literally overtaking everything else. Plus, it's a good way of expressing oneself. That part is cheesy, I know. If you want to hear anything more about, what I mean by creative process and what I write about, I'll be happy to do maybe a small video on that or something, whether it'll be on this channel or my second channel that I've started now as well. Question 2. When you were a kid, did you have a super idol character? Not really. I really can't think of anyone that I really kind of looked up to the point that I wanted to be them. But I will admit that once when I was younger, I owned a jacket and a red t-shirt that was similar to the design of Callan Kessler's clothes during his Enforcer days. And given the fact Callan was my favourite character out of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, when I wore those clothes, I sometimes pretended to be part of the Enforcers, just not Callan, because I just couldn't inhabit his character, especially since I don't know why, I liked his character more as a Dark Signer than I did any of his other variations of character. Really bad, I know, because he's evil during that time, but who cares? But I think that's as close as I got to a super idol character. I remember I did have favourites when it came to music, but I never wanted to be them. So yeah, I'm not sure how else to answer that question. But I hope that's good enough. Question 3, which is our final question because we only got 3 questions. Have you ever thought of doing crossovers, i.e. Thunderbirds and Miraculous Ladybug? Strangely, yes. I have done small experiments with crossovers, I've done about 3 videos specifically to do with crossovers. Roman Sionis and Aravos. I did a crossover sort of idea thing between Double Trouble and Ventures, because I kept thinking maybe they would go well together. Not a ship I'm actually promoting, but hey ho. And then I did one focusing on Roman Sionis and Obi-Wan Kenobi because they both had the same actor. I may attempt to do longer crossover videos that actually have some form of plot, similar to what I did with the Obi-Wan and Remus Ionis video where they were brothers, and I am actually thinking of doing a second video to that, so maybe just start a small series of crossovers that have some form of storyline in it. I'm not entirely sure, but that's for future me to decide later on down the line. Specifically after I get back from my break, I will be just as a quick update on that, I am taking a break, which is why a lot of my videos that you will be seeing are actually pre-made, pre-planned, all that stuff. If I've signed up to MEPS, don't worry, I'm going to be getting them out, and they'll probably be coming out sometime during September and October, since my course actually does finish in October. That is when my final deadline is for the course I'm taking, which is one of the reasons why I want to take a break. And why I'm pre-prepping everything and doing everything early and all that stuff. So yeah. Okay, so that's the end of, well, all the questions I got asked. And those are all the answers I can give. If you do have any more, I may think of doing another Q&A at some point, maybe late at the beginning of next year. I don't know. But if you do have any more, I am happy for you to just put them down in the comments, and I'll save them for maybe that Q&A. I don't really know, but I hope everything I said today was a good enough answer. I hope they were good enough answers, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!